This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on our Wednesday, January 25th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, the Bureau of Land Management's reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of persons responsible for shooting and mortally wounding 5 wild horses in eastern Nevada in late 2021 is now up to $25,000, courtesy of a $5,000 reward from the Wild Horse Education Foundation. The BLM's original award of $5,000 was matched last September by another group's commitment and matched again a month later by another organization. The BLM continues the investigation into the incident, which occurred in mid-November of 2021 in Jakes Valley, about 30 miles west of Ely, Nevada. On November 16th of 2021, the BLM Ely District Bristol-Cullen Field office was contacted by a member of the public who had discovered 5 mortally wounded wild horses in Jakes Valley, approximately 2 miles south of U.S. Highway 50. The remains were located within 600 yards of each other. An aborted fetus was attached to one of the dead animals. One horse was still alive but wounded so severely that it had to be humanely euthanized. A necropsy revealed that the animals ranged in age from about 18 months to 6 years. The horses were killed on or about the day that they were reported. Anyone with information about the incident is encouraged to call the BLM crime hotline at 1-775-861-6550. A fireworks store that has facilities on both sides of the U.S. is expanding here in Pahrump. A groundbreaking was held last week for Red Apple Fireworks.
Red Apple Fireworks has broken ground on a new 60,000-foot facility that will replace the former metal storage facilities of the past. The warehouse will supply Nevada and surrounding area of the West with 100% custom and hand-picked fireworks available nowhere else in this part of the country. The brand new facility, located south of the current store, will cover 4.5 acres with beautiful desert landscaping and secured parking. Attending the event was County Commissioners Donna Cox, Frank Carboni, Ron Boscovich, Nye County Sheriff Joe McGill, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Fire Chief Scott Lewis.
Here we are 11 years later. We've already moved from the original spot to the spot that you're in right now. I have to really say thank you to the town, the county. We've received tremendous support over the years.
Construction on the facility is set to be completed by fall or winter of this year and will bring high-speed automation and along with better displaying of the store products. Red Apple owners Doug and Michael Berta spoke to our camera about this exciting expansion.
Right now we are hanging out at Red Apple Fireworks in Pahrump, Nevada, and today is the official groundbreaking ceremony for our brand new Red Apple Fireworks West Coast Distribution Center. So super exciting day for us. This is a project that's been in the works for years at this point, and today is the official groundbreaking, so we're actually starting the construction, and we're getting ready to move into what I would call hyper expansion mode for our company. We've been growing pretty consistently, especially over the last 5 years or so. Yep. And with the new facility, we're going to be able to ratchet up that growth, I would say exponentially is the goal.
That's right.
So in one form or another, this expansion project has been in the works for about 2 years, roughly. It took us a while to, during the pandemic, to settle on a contractor that was willing to work to the level of detail and the level of planning that we work at. So that took a while, but once we were able to settle on the contractor, I would say that things have just taken off and got us to this point really a lot quicker than we would have been otherwise, I would say.
So the past couple of years, like Doug just said, has been hyper growth mode. And we really need more room, not only to store the fireworks and display more fireworks, but to fit customers in our store. And we definitely want to make the shopping experience easier for our customers, more convenient, and definitely for our employees too. Rather than working outside, working in a climate-controlled environment with everything organized and safe. And that's what this warehouse will provide for us.
The other big part of this is, the town and the county, they've been very supportive of our business over the years. And I think there's sort of this universal sentiment that we want to get rid of the container space, the container storage, that if you go around town, you'll see every single store is storing their product in these big, ugly containers. And for us, that's never been the way that we like to present our business. We like to have a nice, solid infrastructure. The expansion that we're groundbreaking on today, I think, will really propel us forward in terms of bringing our warehouse up to the Red Apple standard. That's right. And it hasn't been there, at this facility ever. And so now we're really going to kill a housefly with an atom bomb in terms of the facility, what it's going to look like, the way it's going to operate, the automations that are going to be in place. So a lot of the manual processes that we're subject to right now, and our team is subject to right now, those are all going to disappear in favor of automation, high-speed automation.
Congratulations. More local news after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by John Air. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call 775-751-2372.
Well, a local man is facing criminal charges after police say he shot a dog and fled the scene.
Nye County Sheriff's deputies received a call for service in Pahrump on January 17th of this year that a dog was shot. As deputies arrived on scene, they spoke to the owner of the dog, who told officers he was attempting to get his two dogs that was chasing his neighbor's puppies. In the declaration of arrest, the dog owner told police that one of his dogs were at the neighbor's porch when he heard a loud pop and saw one of his dogs bleeding as it ran back to his home. The owner went on to tell investigators that his dog had no bite or aggressive history. Police then went to the neighbor's house and on the front porch of the residence saw a spent .22 caliber shell casing, a blood trail, and several fragments of teeth. In the police arrest report, investigators saw a blood trail leading from the neighbor's house to the dog owner's home. Thankfully, the dog survived the shooting but suffered missing parts of his teeth, and a veterinarian removed the bullet from the dog's snout area. Through investigation, deputies learned that the dog owner's neighbor, later identified as Jesse Lamb, was not home at the time. Police were able to speak to Jesse via telephone, who told officers he was at work in Las Vegas. Police had no further contact with him until January 18th of this year. Authorities spoke to Lamb, who confessed to shooting the dog on his front porch the day prior and hiding the alleged gun underneath the wooden pallet on the property. In the arrest report, Lamb told police the dog he shot was on top of one of his puppies and growling at him. He also said he attempted to shoo the dog away, but it wouldn't leave, so he shot it. Law enforcement arrested the shooter and transported him to the Nye County Detention Center for the alleged crimes of animal abuse and concealing evidence.
Law enforcement arrests an employee after an investigation of embezzlement.
Pahrump authorities started an investigation on December 27, 2022 that an alleged embezzlement was discovered at the Pahrump NAPA Auto Parts. According to the declaration of arrest, police were told that an employee has been embezzling money from the store since September 28th through December 19th, 2022. In the arrest report, Rome DeGraw allegedly used fraudulent refunds as her method of embezzlement. Deputies watched Napa store surveillance footage and saw the female suspect removing cash from her register before the fraudulent refunds are completed on several occasions. In the arrest report, DeGraw allegedly took $1,553.26. Deputies made contact with the female on January 18th of this year and placed her under arrest for the alleged crime of embezzlement.
Well, the College of Southern Nevada is offering college courses in the cannabis industry. There are 3 online courses available now. You can choose an 8-week course focusing on manufacturing, cultivation, or retail studies on your own time to obtain an official certificate of completion and receive access to a network of employers. The cost is $750 per course. For more information, give them a call, 702-651-5555, or find the College of Southern Nevada online. News 25 will return right after this.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, Death Valley officials are reporting that an elderly husband and wife from Las Vegas were found dead in Death Valley National Park on January 13th. 73-year-old Paul Fisher called the Inyo County Sheriff's Office to report that he had just killed his wife, 72-year-old Mary Fisher. Mr. Fisher stated that he intended to kill himself and told the 911 operator where to find them. Mr. Fisher left a note in their vehicle which explained that his wife was suffering from chronic health conditions. Law enforcement officials from Inyo County Sheriff's Office, Inyo County Coroner's Office, National Park Service, California Highway Patrol, and the Bureau of Land Management responded to this incident. And they say if you are in crisis, contact 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by calling 988 or go online to 988lifeline.org. The services are free and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All calls are confidential. The town of Pahrump is seeking a mature person to manage the community pool for the 2023 season. This person will plan and organize day-to-day pool operations, hire and train qualified staff, and ensure the highest level of safety for staff and visitors. This is a seasonal position running from early April through mid-September. A good record management and bookkeeping skills are required. Within 30 days of hire, pool managers must have the American Red Cross lifeguarding and lifeguard instructor certificates, first aid and CPR AED certification, and WSI is preferred. The applicant must be able to pass a thorough background check, drug screen, and physical. You must be at least 18 years old or older and have a combination of educational and experience equivalent to graduation from a 2-year college and 3 years experience supervising youth. Applications and job descriptions may be picked up at the Human Resources Office located at 2101 East Calvada Boulevard, Suite 150 here in Pahrump, or by visiting their website at NYCounty.nv.gov. Applications will be accepted until February 2nd by 5 p.m. And the skate park area of Ian Deutsch Memorial Park, called Justin Levitt Skate Park, will be temporarily closed to the public starting this week, January 23rd through Tuesday, January 31st. The town of Pahrump will have a construction crew on site to begin sandblasting of the skate park area. This is to begin the remodel of the skate park from a grant awarded to the town. Dates of the closure may be subject to change. The American Academy of Pediatrics recently issued updated guidelines for treating children and teens with obesity. Currently, more than 14.4 million children and teens in the United States live with the chronic disease.
After reading the guidelines, I was really struck by how much work and effort went into formulating them. They took a really thoughtful approach into first understanding not just the biological dimension of obesity, which is very complicated and which we've learned a lot about, but also the social dimension.
Dr. Roy Kim is a pediatric endocrinologist for Cleveland Clinic Children's. He says that previous guidelines had not been updated since 2007. So what are the new changes? Comprehensive obesity treatment now includes nutrition support, physical activity treatment, and behavioral therapy, in addition to medications and metabolic and bariatric surgery, all of which have been proven to be safe and effective. The Academy noted that only teens who are 13 and older with severe obesity should be evaluated for those types of surgeries. Dr. Kim says there also seems to be more of a focus on the social support component of treating childhood obesity, and that's extremely important.
Obesity is really highly dependent on the social environment in which we live, and that includes our family and household structure, but also the social environment of our neighborhoods, schools, and recreational areas. So they really took all of that into account.
The Academy says that the updated guidelines do not discuss obesity prevention, which will be addressed in another forthcoming policy statement. Right now, we have your Save a Pet from the Nye County Animal Shelter.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
My name is Tasha. I am the Animal Shelter Manager at the Nye County Animal Shelter. And today I am here with Meemaw and Scout. These two are sisters that have been with us since December 1st. Unfortunately, their owner passed away, and that's how they came to be with us for so long. They are a bonded pair, so that means that they love each other and they do not do well without each other. So they are required to be adopted together. They are both large breed dogs. We think they're some sort of German Shepherd mix, and they are brindle in color. Mima is the senior here. She's about 10, and Scout is about 6. Scout's a little bit more outgoing, loves to play, loves to run, whereas Scout really just wants to curl up with a good book. If you're interested in meeting them, we ask that you come down to the shelter and meet them in person. We're located at 1580 East Seary Lane, across from the jail. Or you can visit us on our Facebook page, the Nye County Animal Shelter, or our website, 24petconnect.com. Search our zip code 89060, and you can see all of our available animals. If you have any other questions or need some more information, our number is 775-751-7020.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, taking a look outside of that windy day happening out there. Going to find out what's in store for our weekend weather right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on the local BTV app, the app you need on your phone in 2023. Hey, let's take a look at Fernley, 41 degrees, 39 in Fallon, and 41 coming around again in Carson City. Nice little weather Oreo cookie up there. 36 out in Tonopah. That makes them the Cool Spot Award winners. Congratulations. A dubious distinction. 40 degrees out in Goldfield. Beatty saw 53. 59 is our Hot Spot Award winner out in Amargosa, as it so often is. And Vegas trailing just close behind at 55. Death Valley all the way up to 70 degrees. Starting to feel like spring out there. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look at 51 degrees as our current temperature. It was 58 just a little bit earlier. Northeasterly winds to 12 miles per hour. Pretty kind, not too bad this afternoon. Got a little breezy here and there. Sun rose this morning at 6:49. Set this evening at 5:03. Picked up another couple minutes of daylight. Gray. Low tonight, about 34 degrees. That's where we're heading. Under clear skies, beautiful star watching, and humidity at 48%. Seems like we should have maybe a cloud tomorrow. Not even. Clear skies next 3 days. Nice. 59 degrees, kind of our average temperature as we head on into the weekend. Sunday, put the brakes on a little bit. 17-mile-per-hour winds kicking up and kicking in some cloud cover on Monday, which will bring us a 22% chance of rain and blowing sideways to the tune of 13 miles per hour. That wind will remain for the next couple of days, but the clouds will clear out, and there's no real talk of rain after Monday, so that's not too bad. A stormy Monday after a gorgeous weekend. Not too bad, Nye County. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, police are still trying to find out about a crash that occurred over the weekend. This was on Sunday night. We're going to show you a couple of these pictures. And this was on Pebble Beach. It was a vehicle versus structure crash, and the vehicle fled the scene. This was a vehicle that hit the front of this stick-built home on Pebble Beach, and they ran right up and hit the front of their structure right there. You can see the damage to this home, and they pulled right back out and fled the scene of this crash. We don't know about the description of the vehicle, but we do know that they have some pretty major front end damage. If you have any information, of course, you can call the Nye County Sheriff's Office, 775-751-7000. You can, of course, remain anonymous, and you can let us know about if you have any information about this crash. And it would have happened around Sunday night in the late evening. And give them a call, 775-751-7000. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From all of us up here on the Hill, have a great night.